The next step in installation after the JDK and after Eclipse and your plugins are installed is Scene Builder. And I have a link. It'll be in Sakai. Follow the link. You'll get this page of Scene Builder. This is the system we're going to be using to build UI. It's a free download. I'm going to click Download Now. And depending on your operating system, if you're Windows, go for the 64-bit. If you're running ancient Windows, go for the 32-bit, which is the x86. You can figure out the rest from here. I'm going to install that one. Now, I have Scene Builder installed already, but I have version 8.0. This looks like 8.3. I'm going to run it. It's the first time I run this one. I blindly accept the license agreement. It's going to install. This is where it was installed before. Users dad app data local scene builder. Well, you know what? I don't like that directory because that's a hidden directory. That app data is a hidden directory. I'm going to put it. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it under my Eclipse directory. How about that? I'm going to put it here. How about that? Right under the C Eclipse. Why not? I hate finding that thing anyway. C Eclipse Scene Builder. Cool. Hit next. It's going to go and install. Now, it's not installing your registry, which is kind of weird. It just drops files under that C Eclipse directory. And it knows my old recent projects, which is pretty cool. I don't care about those. Click Close. And I'm going to put my email address and register. And I guess what it does is, in case there's like updates and stuff, it'll keep you up to date. Register away. That is the IDE. Very cool. Let me close this for a minute. I'm going to go back over to Eclipse, and you notice I have Scene Builder there. Under my Eclipse, there's Scene Builder, and then the scenebuilder.exe. Now, Scene Builder, when it creates files, it creates fxml files. Like, for instance, Microsoft Word is .docx. .fxml is a Scene Builder file. That's all you need to know for now. Now, the tricky thing about this, it's a standalone installation from Eclipse. So Eclipse doesn't know anything what I just installed. It doesn't know anything about Scene Builder. We have to build that link, and we're going to build it now. So I'm going to go over to Eclipse. I'm going to go to Windows, Preferences. I'm looking for JavaFx. Don't see it there. How about, oh, you know what? I've got to install the JavaFx stuff. Good point. So if I go to Windows Preferences, I should see a JavaFX tab over here, and I don't see it. So let's go over to here, go to JavaFX install, open that link. Right on. That's this stuff right here. That's the works with. Again, I'll give you that link. Go back over to Eclipse, go to Preferences. Go to Help, install new software, drop that site in, and that should be it. That Eclipse install, Eclipse IDE, click Next. I'm going to pause the installation video for a minute because this may take a second. That calculating space thing takes forever for me for some reason. Next screen, click Next. Accept license agreement, click Finish. It's going to download and install. It may ask me to OK unsigned content and restart my browser. Restart my Eclipse. Let it do its thing, and I'll see when it gets back. Bye. Okay, that plugin was finished, the JavaFX plugin. So I'm going to go to Windows Preferences, and you notice that, lo and behold, JavaFX is there. JavaFX as my preferences is available now. Now it says Scene Builder executable, and nothing's there. The reason why this is because it does not know where Scene Builder is installed. I installed it under Eclipse Scene Builder. It literally would not know where it's installed, so I've got to tell it where. So I'm going to say Browse. And I'm going to drop that in and say, not the icon, not this one, but scenebuilder.exe. Click Open. Click Apply. Very cool. And that's done. And I want to make sure one other thing is done. So this file associations under General Editors File Associations. This is how Eclipse knows about different files. See that FXML? FXML editor by default, not quite. I want to make sure that it's going to use Scene Builder. So when I open up a FXML file, it's not going to open it up with a text editor, but it's going to open it up with Scene Builder. So it's thinking there for a second. I don't trust it. I'm going to go right to Scene Builder and say OK, and then say default, and then say OK. And now, if I were to create an FXML file, it will be opened up by Scene Builder. Otherwise, it opens it up as a text file, and you have to edit it like a text file. You don't want to do that. All right, so far, we have the right JDK installed, we have Eclipse Neon installed, we have the Object Aid Eclipse plugin installed, the JavaFx plugin installed, we have Scene Builder downloaded and installed. Let's see what's next. Scene Builder, you got ECL Emma. I'll show you what that is. Well, I don't show you what it is yet, but I'll show you how to install it. Grab that link, go to Help, Install New Software, in the Works With, click OK, ECL Emma, that came up pretty quickly, cool. I'm going to click Next. Yeah, this space thing is taking forever. I don't know what's going on. Let me pause you again. I'll be back. All right, I calculated space. I'm back. Click Next. Accept, finish. Going to do its thing. A little curious about maybe this Eclipse, or excuse me, this Neon 2 installation seems to be a pig. This should be lightning fast. Maybe it's because I have like 7 versions of Eclipse installed. Who knows? All right, so this is going to install by itself. It might ask me to OK unsigned content or restart Eclipse. Accept both, and I'll see you when this is done restarting. Thank you. All right, I'm all installed. I restarted Eclipse, and here I am. Just a quick note about this installation stuff. So there's a couple different ways to install. One is to install new software, and when you use that, usually there's a link that's provided by the publisher where Eclipse can plug into that link, and it knows how to download things based on what is in that link. Again, I don't want to get any more complicated than that, but you'll get what's called an update site. You plug in the update site here, it'll tell you what's available under here, and then you just go through the process. You can see what's already installed by clicking what's already installed. Now you notice when you download a version of Eclipse, it comes with almost nothing. Most of the stuff that you'll find in here, we've installed over the last couple of installations. It comes with like a blank slate, which is a good thing. That way it doesn't have a whole bunch of different garbage. You also might see under here, you'll see Eclipse Marketplace. Now this is where to install more complex items, like a suite of tools. Right, so I'm just trying to grab one real quick. Let's say this Struts Clips 1.2.3. Struts Clips provides an Eclipse IDE integration for developing Apache struts, blah, 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 blah. That would be like 100 different installed one by ones. So in that case, they package it up as a bigger installation package, and then you could just click one-click install. The plugins that we're going to use are much easier than that. Here's a UML Designer. I may actually check this one out. Pretty cool, Uml Designer. There's one up here called JBoss. JBoss. Search for that guy. JBoss actually is a pretty decent suite of tools, including Hibernate. We'll talk about that later on. Eclipse messaging tool. Pretty cool. There it is, JBoss Tools 4.4.2. That comes with Hibernate, comes with JBoss, comes with JSF, that's Java Server Faces, comes with Cordova, Apache, all kinds of cool stuff. We may be talking about JBoss later on in the class. All right, let me close this. I may venture to go one more, and that's the install for Oracle, the Oracle plugin. Again, I'll give you the link. You don't have to like squint your eyes for this one. I'm going to go to Help, Install New Software. And these are the data tools for Eclipse, for Oracle, excuse me. Alright, so under Tools, Database Tools. Don't need that. Don't need MAF. I'll explain what MAF is later on, maybe in class, like on week 12. Don't need any of the ADF. We're not running Java EE here. Database Tools. Let's try that. Click Next. Now, what's happening besides my computer running pretty slow is it's checking to see if you're downloading Oracle Database Tools, is there another thing that this needs in order to use Database Tools? That's what it should be doing. And again, it might be getting confused with other installations I have of Eclipse. All right, let me pause this. I'll be back. Seems to be back. Oracle Database Tools, click Next. Blah, blah, blah. Accept the agreement, finish. It's going to install. Again, if it's unsigned content or asks you to restart, please do so. I'll see when it's restarted. Thank you. All right, I'm back from the Oracle install. To check to see if it's installed, I'm going to try to change the perspective. If I click this little button up here called Open Perspective, I should see Database Development there, and I do. And I'm going to click Cancel. I can get there from this perspective, Open Perspective, Other. It's the same window, Database Development. Click OK. That's cool. This comes with that Oracle install that we just did. All right. So to recap, you did JDK, Eclipse Neon version 2, Object 8, JavaFX, ECLMA, Oracle, and then Scene Builder. Those are the initial tools we'll need for this class. There may be in the future a plugin or a package they may ask you to install, but this is what I'm going to give to the eCalc people to build for the labs, and this is what you need to get started. Hopefully these videos helped you out. I'm going to also post the links for all the different locations, in other words, where the JDK is, where the Eclipse Neon is, and where the plugin URLs are. And you'll see that under, I didn't do it yet, but I'll go to Eclipse, go to Sakai, go to Resources for your class, and under Resources, I usually have a folder called 1.1 Setup. I'll probably put a web page out there with a table of those installs in the order that we just did them. Excellent. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in class.